Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and today I want to talk about my September 6th, 2018 Nintendo Direct predictions. That is right, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, which... Now, before I get into the predictions, actually, I want to tell a story. So the story is that today was my first day of school, and today was also my first day, well, today was my first day as a junior, and then today was my first day of BOCES. And I take media, I take media classes at BOCES, so this was my first day of media, and the teacher there really doesn't care if you go on the computers, and just do whatever, he really doesn't care. He seems pretty relaxed. So I was just looking up, some Smash Ultimate stuff, and then, I was like, hey, what if there's a Nintendo Direct, tomorrow or something, and, maybe they just revealed it while I was at school, and it turned, because I wasn't even expecting this, I was just doing it I wasn't expecting it at all. I was just looking it up just for fun, and I came across, on the Nintendo website, it said, stay tuned for a Direct, on September 6th, 2018, and it was on the official Nintendo website, and I was trying so hard not to get hyped at BOCES, because, that was how exciting it was. In my head, I was like, yes! Yes! But all I did was just have my mouth open like this, actually. Of course I'm not gonna yell in front of the whole class, they probably think I'm having, an orgasm or something. But I wouldn't want to do that, but it doesn't matter, because tomorrow is going to be a fun day. I can't wait. And actually, I'm not even going to miss it either, because that was one of my biggest fears, but I'm not going to miss it because the Direct will start at 6, so I will be able to watch it live, so I'm good there, even though I do have school tomorrow. Once I'm done with school, I'm going to just try to start the video. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but I'm so excited. But yeah, now let's get into my predictions, because I have a lot of predictions here. I have 8 Switch ideas and 3 3DS ideas, because in the description it did say that there's going to be 3DS stuff shown, but I don't have much 3DS stuff because I really don't know what they'll show for 3DS, but I'm just going to start with the Switch predictions first, and I'm going to start with a Smash Brothers character reveal. Oh god, I just cannot get enough of the Smash character reveals. They can literally announce freaking 10 characters for Smash and I'd be totally satisfied, and I would still ask for more. But Smash character reveal. So in my August prediction series, I predicted King K. Rool. I accurately predicted King K. Rool to be shown off. So now that I actually predicted King K. Rool, I chose 2 more characters that I think could be revealed. And actually, I'll go above that, and I'll say that both of these characters will be revealed tomorrow. The characters I'm talking about are either Geno or Skull Kid. Now, you're probably wondering, how would they show 2 Smash character reveals in just a basic Nintendo Direct? This is no Smash Center Direct. This is an actual Direct where they show anything. And that's the thing, though, about these Direct things, Direct predictions, is because when it's an actual Nintendo Direct, it's really hard to, predict what they're gonna do, because you really don't know what they're gonna do. That's what's really hard about about predicting these, because you really cannot predict Nintendo. They can literally you will never expect what they're going to do. So that's the hard part of coming up with these predictions. But I think there is going to be a Smash character reveal, and what I think they will do tomorrow is that they'll have, either Geno or Skull Kid shown at the beginning of the Direct, and then they're going to reveal another Smash character at the end of the Direct. However, what I think could, the order I think could be, is that Skull Kid would be first, because I don't think he'd be as hyped as Geno, whereas normally they like to save the most hypeful thing at the end, and I feel like Geno is kind of more hype then Skull Kid. Sorry for you Skull Kid fans, but I'm a Mario fan, and I love Mario RPG, so obviously I'd be excited over Geno. I'd be... like, anyways, I think Geno would be safe for the end because a lot of fans want Geno, like, and I think Geno will be in the game, and I think he will be revealed tomorrow along with Skull Kid. So I actually think that both of these characters will be revealed tomorrow, and then at the end they're going to be added to the art, which that actually does make a whole lot of sense if you think about it. And I will be totally satisfied. They could announce an Echo Fighter, but honestly, I don't know, because, like, I feel like they would save that for a Smash Center Direct, which I do think is going to be a thing in, like, November. So, yeah, I think they'll save more Echo Fighters for the November Direct. And I think, since this is a big Direct, I think they're going to save Geno and Skull Kid for this Direct. That is my predictions. But it could go either way. Maybe they might announce an Echo Fighter instead of a new character, like, who knows? Or they might not even show Smash at all. Okay, that's untrue, because of course they're gonna show off Smash. I mean, Nintendo loves to promote Smash Brothers this year. Of course Smash is gonna be shown off. And there's definitely going to be a character reveal tomorrow, and that's the part I'm excited about. Like, oh, God. And also, just to let you guys know, I actually came up with another prediction while I was talking about Smash, but I want to talk about the next thing first. And this one is an obvious one, and I think this is one of the big reasons they're having this Direct. And that is the online information. I think we're going to get news about the online information. And, you know, they're just going to do a big blowout, maybe a whole trailer about how it works. Hopefully, there's freaking Virtual Console or something similar to that. Because, like, why is it not... Like, why do they not have that plan for the Switch? Or at least... as far as we're concerned, because, like, I don't remember hearing anything about online information. I mean, about Virtual Console, so I hope that happens. But I hope they show off how the online information works and, like, how the NES games work, you know, stuff like that. I think the online stuff is probably, like, gonna be, like, one of their biggest features that they're gonna show off. Like, I think this is one of the big reasons they're having this Direct. Well, that, and because Nintendo always has a Direct in September, so it was probably just inevitable anyway. But, yeah, I think online information definitely gonna be shown, especially since the new online stuff is gonna be out in this year. I mean, this month. Well, yeah, this year, but it's gonna be out this month. And I think it's coming out the 20th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the 20th. So I think, yeah, I think that is that. But yeah, I think that is definitely going to be one of the big things shown off tomorrow. Now I'm going to talk about the thing I just thought of that I forgot to add to the list, and I'm so glad I remembered it. It's some more information about the Daemon X Machina game. I think, you know, they shown it off at E3, but they didn't show much of it, so I think they might show off how the game works and, like, what you do in the game, or, like, what the story is. I think that's what they're gonna do for Daemon X Machina. And besides, that game looks pretty cool. It looks pretty, yeah, it looks pretty cool. I probably won't get it, because it doesn't really look like my type of game, but, hey, I mean, it does look cool as a game. I'm gonna say that. But that's really all I had to say for the Daemon X Machina game. I didn't really have much to say about it. So, yeah, I'm just probably gonna go on to the next thing. And that is, why haven't they shown the Yoshi game yet? Like, they shown it off at E3 last year, and they said it would be out this year, but according to Nintendo, they said that the game would be delayed. So it's still coming, but we don't even know the game's title yet. And, like, Yoshi is kind of like a smaller series. Like, that series is more for the casual audience, so I really don't know, like, how it would take that long, but maybe it was probably in the early stages when it was shown off. But I mean, I mean, honestly, it looked pretty complete to me, so I don't know why it's been delayed, but well, obviously, there's probably been a reason, but I think out of all times, this time would be the perfect time to show off Yoshi. Like, honestly, I think it's long overdue, you know, Yoshi, like, I think it does need to be shown off. Because even though I consider myself like a hardcore gamer, like a die-hard gamer, I actually do enjoy the Yoshi games. I think there are pretty fun games, you know, if I just want to relax, or if I had, like, a really stressful day, like, a game like Yoshi really calms you down, and that's what I really like about those casual games, is because those games are like the chill games, you know, like, where there's, like, no worries. So, that's what I like about that. So yeah, hopefully there's more Yoshi information. Um, so yeah, I actually think that could be a thing. The next thing I have listed, the fifth prediction, is a new Super Mario Bros. Game. Now, a lot of people are saying that New Super Mario Bros. U should be ported to the Switch. However, I'm going a step above that, and I'm saying that there's going to be a completely new Super Mario Bros. Game. And the reason why I say that it's not going to be a port is because, I mean, honestly, if it was a port, I don't care, because a lot of the new Super Mario Bros. Games are really similar. So honestly, I don't even think it would matter that much. But the reason why I think this is going to be a new game is because, think about this, okay? Hear me out on this, okay? On the Wii U, the game isn't just called New Super Mario Bros. Because that refers to the DS game. The game on the Wii U is literally called New Super Mario Bros. U. However, if it was ported to the Switch, they would have to change the name. And it obviously wouldn't be called New Super Mario Bros. U for Switch, because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Because it has U in the title, and people would think that that is the Wii U game. Well, it would be, but it would be on the Switch. And if you want it on the Switch, but you don't have a Wii U, they will give you the wrong copy, because you said U, so the people that gave you the item probably thought that you meant New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii U. So, if it was ported to the Switch, it would have to be a different name, and that wouldn't work, because if the name was changed to New Super Mario Bros. Switch, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, because consumers would think it's a completely different game, only to find out that it's just New Super Mario Bros. U. So, I think New Super Mario Bros. Is honestly one of those games that just deserves a new game, because you can't really overcome the whole title problem, because you can't really call New Super Mario Bros. U for Switch, because to me it just doesn't work like that. Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So that's why I think we're going to be getting a completely new game instead of a port. But honestly, if it was ported, I still wouldn't care, because I honestly did love Super Mario Bros. U, even though I did play New Super Luigi U most of the time, simply because I'm a huge Luigi fan. But anyways, and because, you know, like I said, the new Super Mario Bros. Games are almost exactly alike. Like, there's hardly any difference. So if it was ported, honestly, it wouldn't be a huge deal to me. I wouldn't really care that much. So yeah, that's my thing on that. But anyways, my sixth prediction is Super Mario Maker Switch. Yes, I'm saying New Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Maker. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think that would be like a good segue into the next game, you know? They talk about New Super Mario Bros. And they're saying, oh yeah, we're also making another Super Mario Maker game. And yes, I'm saying this is going to be a new game, because honestly, the reason why I'm saying this is a new game rather than a port is because, really, how can you make a port out of a level creator? Because even just adding one new, like, object to the game that you can add into your course, that basically would mean that it's a completely different game, because it's a new asset, you know, like, so I don't think it would really qualify as a port. Like, it could use the same engine, everything, but it would still qualify as a new game and not necessarily a port. And that's what I think they would do with Super Mario Maker, and how probably even New Super Mario Brothers. You know, like, they just, they changed the game in very small amounts to make it a new game. Basically what people thought Smash was going to be, although it isn't obviously a new game now. This is kind of the same ordeal this is kind of like the ordeal I have with Super Mario Maker, because just one tiny touch could just make it a whole new game. And that's basically what I have to say for Super Mario Maker, and that's why I think it's going to be a new game rather than a port. Because honestly, making it a port wouldn't make sense, because like I said, if you added an object, that's adding a new asset, meaning that it's kind of a new game. Because yeah, you can't really make a port out of a level editor. That wouldn't work. So that's why I think Super Mario Maker will be a new game, Super Mario Maker 2 or Super Mario Maker 2.0, and they'll make that for the Switch. That is my idea. So yeah. My next thing is more DLC information. I think we're gonna see Mario Odyssey DLC, potentially Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, definitely Mario Tennis Aces DLC, and this one is probably the least likely, but it would be cool, Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC. I think those games are probably gonna get DLC soon, so maybe that could be a thing. It would be cool to see that. So that's why I say that my 7th prediction is DLC for games. For Mario Odyssey, obviously they're not going to add Luigi as a playable character, which was something I wanted, but with the January update, they added Luigi as Balloon World, so that couldn't work. But for Mario Odyssey DLC though, they could add the Delfino Kingdom, where you're in Delfino Plaza. I just think it makes sense. And seeing how Delfino Plaza is literally on the map in Super Mario Odyssey, that could hint towards a DLC kingdom. And I really hope that, because I loved Mario Sunshine. I think it does need some more love and representation in these games. As much as I love Mario 64, and even though I say Mario 64 is my favorite video game of all time, I still want to see at least a little bit more from Sunshine, because I think that game is a little underrepresented, and I think it does deserve some DLC in Mario Odyssey. But for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I don't really know. They could announce some new characters, maybe some new tracks or cups. I think they could do that, or new battle mode stages. I think they could do a lot for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Basically what they did for the Wii U version with DLC, I feel they would do the same for the Switch version, because, yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense. Mario Tennis Aces, I think they would introduce more characters as DLC, and maybe some new courts, maybe. I'm not gonna, bet on it, but hey, it could be a thing. Or maybe even some DLC levels in the story mode, because I think that would be really cool as well. So yeah. Now Zelda, I didn't really play much of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I do own the game, but I never really played that much. Zelda doesn't really feel like the type of game that's for me, but, I mean, I feel like they could have some DLC dungeons. I think that'd be cool. I don't even know if dungeons are in Breath of the Wild. I mean, that is how much I played Breath of the Wild. I'm still at the Great Plateau. I didn't even play past that. That's how far behind I am in the game. But DLC for Breath of the Wild, I don't really know what they'll do, but I think they would show off Breath of the Wild DLC. Maybe some new costumes for Link or new weapons. I think that'd be cool too. Oh, another DLC idea is Splatoon 2 DLC, or maybe Mario plus Rabbids DLC. But those ones I'm not too certain, because we just got 2 big DLC packs for those 2 games. So I don't really know if they're gonna do that again, but that would be really cool if they did that. That would be really cool. Now, my 8th prediction. I think a lot of people would be happy with this if this turned out to be true, and I actually think it does make sense, seeing how Sushi Striker was from the 3DS and was ported to the Switch. I think Nintendo is gonna port Luigi's Mansion 3DS to the Switch. There was a huge outcry when Nintendo announced that Luigi's Mansion would be on the 3DS, and people didn't even care what form people didn't care whether Luigi's Mansion was a remake or a new game. People just wanted it on the Switch in HD, and people didn't really want it on the 3DS. And even though I am all for the 3DS remake, I even made a defense video for it way back in March, but I'm honestly fine with Luigi's Mansion 3DS, but I know that there was a huge outcry, and I think Nintendo might acknowledge it, and if so, I think Nintendo might do the thing, like, they might port it to the Switch, just because of how much people have wanted it, and people were so upset when it was on the 3DS. I mean, they did it with frickin' Sushi Striker. They gotta do it with Luigi's Mansion 3DS, like, seriously. Like, I mean, it just makes a whole lot of sense. Now, my 9th and last prediction is some third-party predictions, and I only have one third-party game listed. I know I should have more, but this one is a huge one, and a lot of people want it, and a lot of people think it is going to happen, including myself. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I think that, well, seeing how Spyro got delayed to November, this could give time for Nintendo to announce the Switch port, because maybe that was one of the reasons why Spyro was delayed. Well, that, and to, like, put all of the 3 games on the same disc. That is another reason, but I think one of the other reasons is because they want to announce it for the Switch before the game comes out. So yeah, I think that's what they'll do with Spyro. I would love to see Spyro on the Switch. I haven't played Spyro like I did Crash. I actually never played any Spyro. Not anything compared to Crash. I played like almost all the Crash games. But Spyro, I did not play any Spyro games. I would like to experience what Spyro games are like, but this time in like full HD. Like, I would like to experience that. I think it'd be really cool for Spyro to be ported to the Switch. And I think it definitely deserves to be ported to the Switch. So yeah. Actually, I came up with one more prediction, and this is a Pikmin 4. I think Nintendo should announce a Pikmin 4. So this is my 10th prediction. I know I keep coming up with predictions as I go on, but I think that should be a good thing, because instead of forgetting predictions, because, like, why do you want to forget predictions? I think, well, either Pikmin 4 or a Pikmin 3 port. I think Pikmin is one of those games where the fans will be satisfied with either. I mean, I don't think the fans will care what form Pikmin takes for the Switch. I mean, I feel like as long as Pikmin is just sometime announced, I think people won't care at all. They could, but if it's a entirely new game, I think that Pikmin 4 should have some new Pikmin types. They introduce some new Pikmin types, and I'm gonna go above and beyond with this one, and I think this would be really cool, even though I think this is probably the least likely pick on my list, but I think it'd be really cool for Nintendo to announce an HD trilogy of Pikmin, where, like, if they do Pikmin 4, they should do an HD trilogy with Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3. Obviously, Pikmin 3 is already in HD, but they can just simply port it to the Switch for people who don't have a Wii U and never got a chance to experience Pikmin 3. They can play it on their Switch, and I think that'd be a really cool idea. That sounds extremely unlikely, but I would freak out because I love Pikmin. Pikmin is one of my favorite Nintendo franchises, and, you know, I would love to see to see all that Pikmin content. Like, Nintendo really hasn't been focusing on Pikmin lately. And I really hope that they do sometime, because, like, I think Pikmin does deserve a new game. The last Pikmin game we got was 5 years ago. 2013 was the last Pikmin game we got. And I think Pikmin is one of those games where it does deserve a sequel. I would honestly rather have a sequel than a port. I mean, I wouldn't be totally against it, but I think it'd be really cool to have a new game, because, yeah, there's just so much there's so much more you can do with the Pikmin series to make it new and fresh. And besides, I mean, I honestly feel they're going to do a new game simply because Miyamoto has stated in the past that Pikmin is going to be made. There's a new Pikmin on the way. He just doesn't know, like, when it's going to come out or what systems it's going to be on. Well, obviously, it's going to be on the Switch because the Wii U is dead. But, we still don't know, like, when we're going to get confirmation for the game. Like, this was back in 2015 when he said this. So, literally anything can happen. But I just hope that something Pikmin related is announced, because I really love Pikmin and I would love to play it on my Switch. And taking it on the go, that would be so cool. Like, they should definitely have that for the Switch. But it's probably unlikely. Well, hey, who knows? And now I'm done with the Switch stuff for real this time. Now I'm going to be going on to the 3DS stuff. Like I said, I don't have much for 3DS, but I'm going to talk about some stuff right now. As for 3DS, they're obviously going to talk about Luigi's Mansion. I mean, that's pretty obvious there. I think they're going to show off some differences compared to the original to the remaster. And I think that could be a possibility. Another thing that they could show off is, like, the new boss rush mode. I think that'd be really cool too. Yeah, I just feel like there could be so much more you could show for Luigi's Mansion. I think it'd be really cool to see, because I love Luigi's Mansion. I like the games. They're really fun. I loved the Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube, and I loved Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Even though people didn't, I still did, because, you know, it was a pretty fun mission game. Though, if you want my opinion, I did prefer the original over Dark Moon. So I hope yeah, and speaking, like, I'm just gonna say, if they make a sequel for Luigi's Mansion, they need to go back to, like, not the mission stuff, but, like, where you're just in one huge mansion. Like, I think that should be what the next game should be, instead of the mission structure. I didn't really have anything against the mission structure, but I honestly prefer the open, like just one huge mansion and just exploring. Like, that's what I prefer for Luigi's Mansion. But other than that, I really don't have much to say for Luigi's Mansion 3DS. It sounds pretty self-explanatory to me. Now, these next two things, I'm not going to say they're likely. These next two things are going to be, like, my wild card choices. And, the next thing I have is Mario and Luigi Partners in Time Remaster. Honestly, I thought it was a crime to not show Partners in Time. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have a Superstar remake, you skip the sequel, and you just go on to the third game, which is Bowser's Inside Story. Like, I know that Partners in Time did the least successful out of those two games, but, I mean, it's not like the game was bad or anything. Like, the game was still good. It just wasn't as successful as the other games. I still think that it deserves a remaster. And not only because it's a good game, but also because it can get people into the game that didn't get a chance to try it back in the DS days. And I think, because honestly, I actually did love Partners in Time. It was a really fun game. It definitely had a different feel to the other Mario and Luigi, like the Mario games in general. Like, you time travel, you see your baby self. Like, that's such a cool concept. And, like, I don't get why the game was disliked upon many. Like, I don't understand. I thought the game was amazing. So I honestly think it should be ported to the 3DS. I think it's going to be a 3DS remaster, because seeing their trend of, Nintendo seems to be, like, just porting Mario and Luigi to the 3DS systems. So I honestly think they're going to be doing that for Partners in Time as well. Though, if you want my opinion, I would actually love to see Partners in Time on the Switch. Like, that would be really cool. Doubt it, but that'd be really cool. Now, let's go on to my last prediction. People are going to be flipping out over this last prediction. And I just want people to understand that I don't really want this, but since this is predictions and stuff that I think could actually happen, it deserves to be put here. Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door Remaster. Now, I'd actually complain if this is ported to the 3DS. Unlike Luigi's Mansion, I would complain if this was ported to the 3DS. Because this game would look beautiful on the Switch. It really would. But I honestly, if you really think about it, like, they're doing it with Mario and Luigi, and they can most likely do it with Paper Mario. They probably most likely will port it to the 3DS. And I don't want to say that. I want to believe it could be on the Switch in full HD, re-meeting all those characters, like, in full HD, beautifulness. But honestly, if you want my opinion, I don't think it's going to be on the Switch. To me, it just seems unlikely. But I would love for it to be on the... I would love for it to be on the Switch. But honestly, I feel like if Nintendo is gonna do anything with the Thousand Year Door, I think they would make a remaster of it on the 3DS. And now, some people might say that's a pretty far-fetched idea. Actually, it's not, because the creator of Paper Mario, I think it was the creator, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the creator of Paper Mario said, well, I mean, not Shigeru Miyamoto, but I think one of the designers or something like that came out and said that, if this gets a lot of if a Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake gets a lot of support, we will consider making it. I think they did say that a while ago, and obviously people are going to be all for it. Like, everyone loves the Thousand Year Door. It was one of the best RPGs of all time, like, genuinely. And I think Nintendo would be down with it. I mean, even though the Paper Mario series has been going downhill, I think they'd still be down with making a remake. The only thing is that I just wish it was on the Switch, but it's unlikely to me. So I think it would be on the 3DS, honestly, but that's just my predictions. So yeah, that is my predictions. Let's see if I get any of these right tomorrow. I'm probably not gonna get any of this right tomorrow, but hey, it's fun to talk about and speculate. Like, that's the fun of doing this. Like, honestly, you can never predict what Nintendo's gonna do. Nintendo is so unpredictable. Like, they can just throw a huge wild card at us and no one would expect it at all. Like, take notes from the March Nintendo Direct when they freaking announced Smash Brothers. No one saw that coming. And it was a completely brand new Smash game. Like, no one saw that coming. That shocked everyone. So, yeah. So you really can't predict what Nintendo's gonna do. They could do literally anything. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that, though. Tell me your ideas in the comments down below. What do you guys think Nintendo will reveal tomorrow? Let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, this has been Enigma, in peace. See you next time.